Welcome back to the sanctuary of the unseen. Welcome back to Anything You Want. You are here because you understand that in the modern age, the most profound truths are often revealed not in grand speeches, but in the flicker of a screen and the silence of a hesitation. You have joined our community because you refuse to accept the scripted reality presented by publicists. You crave the raw, unpolished moments where humanity shines through the cracks of celebrity. Today, we are dissecting a moment of accidental revelation that has sent shockwaves through the fandoms of Turkey and beyond. We are looking at a single notification that dismantled months of denial. Before we step into this story of digital betrayal and romantic confirmation, please, solidify your commitment to the truth. Press the subscribe button, ignite the like button to help us navigate the algorithm, and if you truly wish to support high-caliber, independent storytelling, our join button is your gateway to the inner circle. Your support allows us to keep our eyes open when the rest of the world blinks. Today, we discuss Sıla, Halil, and the heart emoji that changed everything. Let us begin. The narrative begins in the heart of the city, amidst the hum of urban life where anonymity is a luxury often purchased but rarely delivered. Sıla Türkoglu, the luminous actress whose talent has captivated millions, sought a rare commodity in her chaotic life: silence. Stepping away from the grueling demands of the filming schedule, the blinding lights of the set, and the constant direction of producers, she retreated to the corner of a well-known, yet discreet, café. To the casual observer, she was merely a silhouette against the window, a figure draped in the armor of the famous, oversized sunglasses that shielded her expressive eyes and a hat pulled low to obscure the features that grace magazine covers. She was attempting to perform the impossible magic trick of disappearing in plain sight. Nursing a cup of coffee, she appeared to be the picture of tranquility. Perhaps she was mentally reviewing the lines of a complex script, dissecting the motivations of her character, or perhaps she was simply indulging in the luxury of a daydream, allowing her mind to wander away from the pressures of her career. However, the tragedy of modern fame is that solitude is often an illusion. Unbeknownst to her, the predators of the press, the paparazzi, were lurking in the periphery. Their high-definition lenses were trained on her like sniper rifles, waiting for a crack in the facade, a slip of the mask, or a moment of vulnerability. And as fate, or perhaps simple human error, would have it, they did not have to wait long. The catalyst for the storm was not a scandal or a public argument, but a beam of light. Sıla's smartphone, resting innocuously on the wooden table, suddenly woke from its slumber. The silence of her private sanctuary was broken by the vibration of an incoming call. In the grand scheme of the universe, it was a microscopic event, a matter of seconds. Yet, in the ecosystem of celebrity gossip, it was an atomic explosion. The paparazzi, trained to capture motion, snapped a series of rapid-fire photographs, their shutters slicing through the air. Later, when these images were blown up on editing screens, the detail that emerged was undeniable. The screen was not displaying a manager's name, a family member, or a random number. Illuminating the display was the name Halil Ibrahim Ceyhan. But the text alone was not the smoking gun. Next to his name, nestled intimately against the letters, was a heart emoji. In the semiotics of the digital age, a heart emoji is not a punctuation mark, it is a confession. It signifies a level of intimacy that transcends friendship, a warmth that goes beyond professional respect. It was the digital footprint of a love story that had been whispered about for months but never proven. The screen shouted what their lips had refused to say, that their connection was profound, romantic, and saved in her contacts as something precious. Sıla's reaction to this technological betrayal was visceral and immediate. It was the reaction of someone guarding a treasure who suddenly realizes the vault door has been left ajar. As the phone lit up, her eyes, visible even behind the dark lenses, widened in a flash of genuine panic. The calm, composed actress vanished, replaced by a woman caught in a moment of terrifying exposure. Her hand darted out, snatching the device with a speed born of adrenaline, and slamming it face down onto the table. It was a clumsy, frantic gesture, the kind that screams of guilt, or rather, the guilt of having a secret revealed. I have to pause here and ask you, the empathetic viewers of Anything You Want. Have you ever had a secret revealed by a piece of technology? A notification that popped up at the wrong time, or a photo that showed too much? We live in a glass house built of screens. I want to hear your stories of digital mishaps in the comments below. And remember, if you appreciate the depth of this analysis, clicking the join button is the best way to support our independent journalism. As she hurried toward her car, the inevitable confrontation occurred. A reporter, emboldened by the scoop he knew he had just captured, intercepted her. Sila, was that Halil calling you? Is it true you're together? The question hung in the air, heavy with implication. Sila, attempting to regain her footing, offered a smile. But it was not her red carpet smile, it was a fragile, nervous curvature of the lips that betrayed her internal chaos. Friends, please, we're just good friends. There's nothing more to it. I was talking about work, she replied. The words were the standard script of the Celebrity Denial Handbook. However, the body language told a completely different story. Witnesses noted that her hands were trembling slightly as she reached for her car door handle. Her laughter was pitched a few octaves too high, lacking the rich, confident timbre her fans know so well. She sped away, leaving a trail of exhaust and unanswered questions, but the damage was done. Her flight was not an escape, it was a confirmation. When asked about the call and Sila's flustered reaction, Halil paused. He ran a hand through his hair, a gesture of contemplation rather than nervousness. He offered that signature, enigmatic smile that has launched 1,000 fan theories. Look, he said, his voice steady, Sila and I have a very special connection. We work together, we support each other, and yes, we talk often. I don't understand why there's so much fuss over a phone call. It was a masterclass in diplomacy. He did not lie, but he did not yield. However, the reporters pressed harder. Why the heart next to your name, Halil? This was the checkmate question. A lesser man might have stuttered or feigned ignorance. Halil did neither. He fell silent for a beat, allowing the question to settle. Then, looking directly into the lens of the camera, he delivered a line that was as poetic as it was revealing. There are things that don't need explanation, you just feel them. Sila is very precious to me, that's all I'll say. With that sentence, he essentially signed the confession. He did not say we are dating, but he validated the emotion behind the emoji. He confirmed that she is precious, a word that carries the weight of adoration and value. He drove away, leaving the press not with a denial, but with a riddle that had only one answer, love. The reaction on social media was instantaneous and overwhelming. The image of the phone screen became a digital icon, shared and analyzed by thousands of devotees. The comments section of every entertainment portal exploded with vindication. We knew it, Sila's panicked look was pure love, Halil didn't deny it, he practically confirmed it with his smile. For the fans, this was not a scandal, it was a victory. It was the validation of their intuition. One can only imagine the conversation that transpired between them in the safety of their private lines minutes later. Did Sila call him, breathless with anxiety? Did you see what happened? The cameras saw your name. And one can easily picture Halil, the eternal anchor to her storm, responding with his characteristic tranquility, it doesn't matter, Sila. We can't hide what we feel forever. Let them talk, what's important is us. We are weaving together the threads of a modern romance, and if you are enjoying this narrative journey, please take a second to like this video. It tells us that you value storytelling over sound bites. And for those who want to help us keep the lights on and the stories flowing, our super thanks feature is always open. Sources from the production set have added fuel to this beautiful fire. Whispers from the crew suggest that the couple has been radiating a newfound happiness. They arrive together, they leave together, they exist in a shared orbit that excludes the rest of the world. You can feel the love in the air when they're together, an anonymous source noted. It's like they have their own world and no one else exists. This technological accident at the cafe was simply the universe forcing their hand. It peeled back the curtain on a relationship that has likely been their sanctuary for a long time. Even as they cling to the just friends mantra in public, their actions have betrayed them in the most beautiful way possible. The trembling hands, the heart emoji, the protective silence, these are the symptoms of a deep, abiding affection. We, as observers and fans, find ourselves in a rare moment of collective joy. It is uncommon in this industry to witness a love that feels so genuine, so unforced, and yet so fiercely protected. Sila Turkoglu and Halil Ibrahim Ceyhan have inadvertently given us a glimpse into their hearts, and the view is spectacular. While we await an official statement, though Halil's precious comment is statement enough for many, we can rest assured that what they share is real. The media pressure will undoubtedly intensify in the coming days. Every movement will be scrutinized, every phone screen zoomed in on. But we have confidence that they will navigate this storm with the same grace they bring to their roles. Ultimately, when the stage lights dim and the paparazzi retreat, they have each other. And that name on the screen, adorned with a heart, is the symbol of a union that is no longer a secret, but a celebrated reality. And that, my friends, is the story of how a single notification revealed the romance of the year. We have analyzed the panic, the poise, and the poetry of this revelation. Now, the conversation turns to you. Do you think they should officially confirm the relationship now, or should they continue to keep it their private treasure? And what did you make of Halil's response? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Do not forget to subscribe to Anything You Want and ring that bell. We are your home for the truth behind the glamour. Join the family if you can, and until next time, keep your phones close and your hearts open. Goodbye.